kiss the sky. Excuse her while she kiss the sky. Excuse her while she kiss the sky. Excuse her while she kiss the sky.
There are men, and there are giants.
Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed in hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west, now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, roll those and throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal.
I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Oh, giants, giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants, giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one, and it's time.
CNN, this is ghetto editorial. See me like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are finest, they blow your mind like you could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili, summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this, before you with this. You better walk jumping off the building up. Yes, oh, got the heat up the show, face up thermometer. I'm gonna take full control. Hey Paul, let him know.
I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Oh, giants, giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants, giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one to tee off.
Novus Ordo Seclorum, E Pluribus Unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my TPS.
Giants, giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants, giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. Yes, son.
Oh Lord, it's in my bones, it's in my soul. You're never gonna break me down, oh no. I've got gold running through my veins. One shot to
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Redskins going up against the Buccaneers. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. It's brought in by Doxson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
This is Marshall. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensive starters time, Charles, for the Washington Redskins.
Let's look at Josh Dotson, the wide receiver out of TCU. Grew up in Fort Worth. His mom works at the university as a vice president. He actually went to Wyoming first, transferred back to TCU, and boy, is he a high flyer. Throw it up in the air, he'll go up and get it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to look at the starters for Tampa Bay. And, Charles, how about Vernon Hargreaves?
A pick they were excited to make because in their division, they've got to have guys who can slow down some of the best receivers in the league. And Vernon Hargreaves fits that profile. Very sharp, very intelligent. He operates well on the corner.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now on 4th down, the 2014 NFL leader as a rookie in yards per punt, Tress Way on to kick it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Second down, Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And here is the Redskin defense.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
On third down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And fourth down coming up. On fourth down, the Bucs will call on Anger. Brian Anger to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy able to drop him for a loss of 4. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now they'll run it on the toss. They juked him. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. They weren't able to complete that attempt, and that was a heck of an attempt there from the shadow of their own goal line. But that tells you how much confidence they have in their offensive line. Go ahead, dial one up. Know that they can protect the quarterback and let him fling one downfield. They didn't get it there, but they sent a message for the rest of the game.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back near his own goal line, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 95 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it,
safe.
Be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Noah Spence from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Here's Newton now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. From the gun on third down, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Noah Spence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll come. And now Winston wants to talk this one over as he'll take a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jameis to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Docks him with a grab over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. And here's Marshall. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got the completion to Strong. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The tight end changing his position.
20. 20.
They'll run with Marshall, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Here's Winston. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The one running back is Gurley. He'll get the football here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. To throw is Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From the red zone now, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. One receiver to the left is Evans. On second down, Winston again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Again, it's Winston. The left side completion to Jones. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Aguayo's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Winston now to throw on first down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They come out here in the eye. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
10 yards still left on second down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a second down throw for Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Here's Newton now on second down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, Newton. He's got time. Going for it all. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. Third down here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing again is Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
9 yards to go. It's third down. On third down, Winston finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the...
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Third and long, it's Newton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. They needed 15, they got 15. And a good mark to boot. It's first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw on second down is Newton. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Tampa. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On first down, it's Newton. Gets it to Strong. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Strong, 42 yards. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. So here are the Redskins now, an important two-point conversion. Cam looking to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third and long for Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Fielded at about the 28. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll go on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here's Newton now on second down. Buying time to his left. Muscles him off. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to look deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
3rd and 2, Newton. And that's complete to Lewis. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the D looking like they may blitz. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Newton. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Their dangerous wide receiver from 21 yards away. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Newton going to try and throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that +3.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down. The fourth quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's taken in at the 9. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The one running back is Gurley. He's going to get the football. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And he hits his man, Matthews. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They run. It's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. And he's got Gresham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a pressure spot now for Roberto. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So the home crowd here loves it. They get the field goal in the closing moments, and it looks like their guys are going to get out of here with the W.
And when that kick left his foot, you could hear a pin drop in here. There were about 70,000 folks with crossed fingers. And when that ball went through, start the celebration.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, week one behind us now. Always tough to start the season on the losing side.
It is, but you know, the teams that know how to recover, that understand it's just week one, are the teams that will sustain and end up having a good season.
So for Tampa Bay, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.